speak at convocation. This year you selected Assistant Dean Richard Kelsey. I feel I should give you some Miranda warnings at this point. You elected him, so I will just introduce him. He's a magna cum laude graduate of Rutgers University. He received his JD from George Mason School of Law in 1999. He was editor-in-chief of the Docket. He was a member of the Moot Court Board. He was a student member, as a matter of fact, of the university's Board of Visitors. And he received, as he was graduated, the Dean Service Award and Patriot Award. The class of 1999 elected Dean Kelsey as its student graduation speaker, so here he is again, 15 years older and wiser, to speak to you again. After graduation, Rich clerked for Chief Judge William T. Newman of the Arlington Circuit Court, who was our graduation speaker last year. He began his law practice with the firm of Reed Smith, who was CEO of a technology company before he finally found his way home to us in 2010. He has served over the years as president of our Law Alumni Association, as an adjunct professor for many years after his graduation, teaching pre-trial practice, legal writing, training group court competitors, developing writing workshops for appellate advocacy, and so on and so on. And I'm as eager as you are, and maybe even more eager, to hear what my distinguished colleague has to say to you today. Dean Kelsey, the lectern is yours.
Thank you, Dean Polsby. Members of the faculty, distinguished guests, friends, and the class of 2014, welcome. It is true, I was at this podium as a graduate 15 years ago. I never dreamed I would be back, and I promise you the faculty never dreamed I'd be back. This is a historic day. Never in recorded history has a law class asked a legal writing instructor to be a graduation student. Not only did I teach the dreaded legal writing course, but I also enforced the honor code. What were you people thinking? Your choice is unprecedented, and I am honored by your lack of taste and good judgment. While you have picked me, and before I try to impart any wisdom to you, let me tell you how glad it is that we are, that you picked us at George Mason, and we picked you as well. I want to do a little bit of bragging about our law graduates. George Mason has the best law students, period. We are not just the best among the Georges, or the best in the Commonwealth, or the region. Our students are the best in the law school business. The reasons are simple. No group works harder, no group hustles more, and no group is better tested and better equipped to face the challenges of our profession. Graduates, we know we demanded much of you as law students. Those demands sometimes strayed you right to the breaking point. But break you did not. You are here, and this is your well-deserved day of honor. Let me say, too, that the demands of our program are the pride of its institution. And today, while I'm not a faculty member, I bear the responsibility to speak for a truly gifted faculty, which you've already heard about here today. Our faculty's scholarship, teaching, and commitment to academic standards are unmatched, and they have prepared you well for the rigors of law and life. So my charge today is to send you out with a little bit of useful advice. Why you thought you could get that from me, I'm still not entirely sure. My first draft of this speech was all baseball slogans. My second draft was my first attempt at something called slam poetry. I decided that neither draft was robust enough for the occasion, so I gotta be honest, my baseball speech was pretty good. I decided instead to give you the same advice I give my children each day. For those of you who suffered through my classes, you know I like to talk about my kids. Every morning I send my 3 kids out the door with one reliable piece of advice, perhaps more accurately, a reminder. And now I give it to you. Don't forget to be awesome. You have a law degree now. Lawyers have superpowers. Use them wisely. Some people say they don't like lawyers, but in your career, those same people will come to you and you will counsel them at the darkest moments of their lives. They will come to you with broken families, broken businesses, and sometimes just broke. It's a responsibility that is no small lift. You're ready for it because of the training you received here. Of that training, I first wrote this line. At George Mason, we don't simply make lawyers, we make leaders. That's not true. We give you the tools to be a lawyer. It's up to you to be a leader. As I tell my kids, awesome isn't just showing up and doing what everyone else does. Make a difference. That's what awesome people do. No set of people in our society is better trained than you to make a difference in law, policy, and most importantly, in life. People will come to you and thirst for your involvement. They will ask you to serve on community and company boards. You'll be asked to speak at town meetings or to stand up with or for your neighbors. This is all because you have the power to analyze, think, and advocate. Use those powers and use them for good. As some of my students know, last fall my father passed away. I had the remarkable burden and honor of summing up his extraordinary life in a short eulogy, and I told this story. This was a man who had 7 kids and a high school education. He led a national movement to help a fellow Marine achieve the Medal of Honor, an achievement that he had won 35 years before on Guadalcanal. If he can do that with a high school education, what can you do with a George Mason law degree? I promise you, your ability to be awesome is limited only by your efforts and your imagination. It's inspiring to know that those who will cross our stage today will be leaders in their communities. One may be a governor, a senator, maybe even a president. Some will one day see their names on the side of a building, something I'm really trying to get used to that. But anyway. Some of you will shape our policy on Capitol Hill or in state houses, and some of you will put away the bad guys, while others of you will defend the innocent from the mighty power of the state. My former classmates include CEOs, partners, politicians, and an author. And just to make me look bad, my first-year moot court partner made a movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. Now, I don't know for sure what you're going to accomplish, but I have great confidence it will give us all great pride. The key to your success, be it as a parent, a spouse, a friend, or a lawyer, is that you attack life with purpose. Attack it. If you are successful, it won't be because you say you are awesome. It will be through your deeds that others will swear you are awesome. The advice I give my kids comes with the expectation that I will hear from them on what they did to be awesome. I have that same expectation of you. In a nice frame in your home or office will forever sit your law degree. It's the exact same as my own. It bonds us together as part of the Mason Law family. Don't be a stranger to family. Come home to Mason and tell us all what you're doing so we can celebrate with you. Now, go out, class of 2014. Go out and don't ever forget to be awesome. When you come back and visit us, you'll always be family, and family is awesome. Good luck, great help, and Godspeed to you all.
Now my privilege to introduce our